Morning, everybody. Welcome to TeamODZ Live. Let's we got to. Where's he gone? Why can't I bring? Maybe fell off then. Rick, your fault if I'd have fallen over. I'm just waiting for you. Friday workout.
You almost fell over?
Yes, I almost fell over, and it would have been your fault if I had it done live on stream.
Right at the opening. All right.
So right on there, Ben. Sure, Ben would have come to my rescue if I had fallen over. Hey up, Ben.
I didn't see which course this was.
It's the one that we usually do, UCI. Harrogate.
Oh, okay.
The longest one that takes everything in Harrogate. Did this for Gerrie, and he's not here.
Gerrie. He never seems to show up on Fridays.
This weekend will be an opportunity for him to catch up on next week. We'll not be riding on Monday.
I'm almost halfway now. Oh yeah, that's right. You're on your way to Michigan.
Yep.
After this, huh?
Won't be riding on Sunday. No, this little jaunt from level 52 to 53 might be a 2-week one.
You go to the shop today.
Give both crafters a call later and see if they'll be around on Monday. Yeah, we certainly won't be there early enough tonight to go and say hello. I guess I could see if they're there on the weekend and that means
I had a perfect ride to work yesterday.
Yeah.
It was did the 25-mile route and kept up a pretty good pace, but felt pretty good through the whole thing. And there was no wind. It was completely calm, and the temperature in the morning was in the low 50s. So it was just right to get started with arm warmers, and I pulled those off in no time. And then, yeah, great.
Not something I own. I've got a rather good cycling jacket.
Yeah.
Even in single digits. All I have on my top half when I'm wearing that is a long sleeve jersey and the cycling jacket.
Yeah.
And then in my bottom half, I've got some long leg bibs, and that's all I wear on the bottom half.
Yeah, one thing I found out, I ended up getting some Gore wear bottoms. I don't know what you call them. Can't call them shorts, pants, I guess.
You ship them?
I know. Well, they shipped them to me. But
so you had them shipped? They came pre-shipped?
Yeah, they were shipped. And I found out that probably the reason why they were 50% off was because they're not bibs. And why would you wear shorts or something like that? So all the time while I was riding to work, I've only worn it once, but all the time while I was on my way, I felt like as if the top part was kind of falling down a little bit, and I didn't know if I was giving everybody a show behind me or not.
Be a good reason to not draft 3.
So from now on, I think I'm gonna go with bibs. Probably worth the extra money to not find them on sale. But once I settled into them, they were pretty good. And they definitely kept me warm, but yeah, I'm still trying to find that level of what's too warm, you know? It's in the low 40s. I definitely feel it feels good to have the cover from the wind and stuff, but then I'm also sweating up a storm.
Yeah, so after we raced yesterday, so yeah, I'm back upstairs. I had pizza for lunch. Sat down on the sofa. It's an afternoon's worth of work off. Yeah. Then I went to get up, and legs no working.
Did you crumble to the floor?
Not quite.
Not that much.
No. My legs aren't happy with me this morning, but this watch has a thing called a body battery.
Yeah.
And it did not recharge to 100% last night.
So it's supposed to charge off of your body?
No. It tells you, what kind of state your body's in.
Okay, I get it.
No, it's the Phoenix 7X Sapphire Solar, so it charges off of the sun.
Yeah. I was gonna say, wow, that's some pretty cool technology I haven't heard of. It charges off of your body.
It even has a little flashlight on the top of it, and you can enable that when you do an outdoor run.
Yeah.
And as your arm swings forward, it switches to white, and as your arm swings backwards, it switches to red. So as you're running along, if you run along a road, it displays a white light to the front and a red light to the rear.
I would imagine that'd be some pretty hard technology to develop.
No, not really. Jeez.
Depending on your running pace.
And
I
I
like
am you.
your running style.
Yeah, I'd love to see what it did with Forrest.
Man, we have this, I think I've told you about her. There's this one girl, she's in, I think she's 8th grade now. She lives in Orono, where the brewery's at. And she has been breaking all kinds of world records for her age group all over the country all summer in running. And man, the other day she went flying by and
Wait a minute, whoa. She went flying by? I thought you said she was running.
Pretty much. It didn't look like her feet were touching the ground to me. I don't know.
This is Joe Port.
Like a road runner.
Well, let's wait 1 minute. 1 minute, and then I'll say Huamida. I'll say Huamira. Oh, there it goes. Huamida.
Now official.
Yep.
But yeah, she when she ran by, she was her sister was riding her bike along with her, and she was in like a pretty steady pedal going on.
But so
And
she's breaking records running. She flew by, and now she's on a bike.
yeah. Oh no, this was the sister on the bike. The other one was,
Oh,
as far
sorry.
as I could tell, she was
I
her
missed
upper
that bit.
torso was hovering around above the ground.
That's how it should be. I mean, you know, that vertical oscillation should be as low as possible.
Oh yeah, I mean she's definitely like, if all goes well for her, she'll be in the Olympics one day, I bet, if that's what she's into. I mean, just the way she looks at in the 8th grade with her style and everything, it's like, yep, she's got it down. The amazing part too is that she's very short. She really looks like a 6th grader. But yeah, she just gets those legs moving, and it doesn't matter if she has a short stride. But yeah, I've been working at the brewery for 8 years, and all 8 of those years, I've seen her out in all sorts of weather conditions, running and training and stuff, ever since she was probably, I don't know, tiny. So I remember when I used to be like, wow, I can't believe her parents let her just run down the street like that. And she was just a tiny person then. I wouldn't be surprised if she was like 5 years old, 6 years old at that point.
Tiny person.
Just a tiny little person.
Mini me.
Grace used to like to run a lot when she was little. That's back when I used to run. And she would go and go and go for a really long time when she was like 3 years old. I mean, her form was just as sloppy as could be, but what she lacked in form, she made up for in endurance. But now she doesn't like to run that much, I guess.
Unless she's being chased. Oh look, hand cycle.
Not moving. Yeah. It was in the 70s here yesterday. That was nice.
Yeah, it's a nice day here as well. Got all the brush off my front yard. Still got another load in the back of my truck. Take this morning. And all the little twiglets and what have you. Still in 3 piles in the backyard. It goes onto a tarp and move around to the front. It goes in the back of the truck as well. And then I can cut the grass. Oh no. Then I can collect leaves and then I can cut the grass.
Yeah. I think Sunday might be my day. It's gonna be chilly, but it won't be raining, I don't think.
Well, today is a special day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's my 21st wedding anniversary.
Oh nice. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
You guys should go somewhere.
Yeah, well, we'll be together as a family, that's for sure. As we get there, it's going to be
So
about.
which way do you go?
Where do we go?
Is there any way to go like up over the top of Lake Michigan?
That would definitely be a longer route.
Would it?
Yeah.
Through the wildlands.
No, we go down through Chicago.
Yeah.
Just look into that and see how much longer it is. But
Do you take the expressway through Chicago?
we
I can't
take
remember
the
which one it is.
Apple Maps way.
Yeah. Yeah, I take the can't remember which one it is. They're like 80 or something? No, it wouldn't be 80.
I need to pay more attention as to which way it takes us, because on the way there last time we didn't hit any Indiana tolls.
Yeah.
So on the way back we did. I need to see if I can replicate the route.
Yeah, so that would be. Oh yeah, you were off interstate at that point then. Yeah. Because 80-90 is the tollway, right?
Yeah.
Or it might just be 90 at that, or 80 at that point.
See if we can figure it out this time.
Let's see here. But yeah, the way I go through Chicago has an absolute ton of tolls. But
Well, I'm
after
not
you've been
too fussed about Chicago because we've got our we've got an iPass account, so we can just breeze through them and it automatically bills us.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm not too fussed about that bit once we get into Indiana.
Funny because we have an iPass account, even though we live all the way over here. But that's because Chicago is the place that takes the most money out of us, even though we only go there like once every 2 years, sometimes once a year.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, but it's worth it because then you can pass through the entirety of Chicagoland in like an hour, not even sometimes. With no traffic jams. Yeah, right.
Yeah, we came back through over the Sky Road, whatever it's called, Skyway. There we go.
Yeah.
But we'd hit Chicago fairly late, so we weren't going to be hitting traffic. This time we'll be coming back on Monday, so I want to make sure that we get through Chicago before it gets busy. So I'm hoping we'll be able to leave Michigan around lunchtime. So we'll have lunch with Faith on Monday and then head back. And that'll give me an opportunity in the morning while she's in lessons in what have you to go and visit sport classes.
Man, I really slept hard last night. I got hair sticking up all over the place.
Me too.
Usually I'll wake up and it'll just all be perfectly fine, but not today. I could feel it last night. I definitely woke up in a couple interesting positions. The kind where you're happy you woke up because that would have hurt in the morning.
Have those.
Oh yeah.
So I'm part of this project at the moment, installing some data collectors at all of our sites, and I'm going around setting switch ports up, configuring stuff, creating little diagrams so sites know where to plug stuff in, and then the data collectors get ordered, sent to the site, and in theory it's just a site support just needs to follow the diagram to plug stuff in, and off we go. So last night the guy that configures these things, because they're working, sent me a message. This is I was getting ready for bed. Can you check the one in Saudi? And the port's turned up for that. But should be. Getting ready for bed. As soon as you've asked, I'll look in the morning for you. I'm out for Tuesday now. Oh wait, he said. It's working, it's up. I still need to check the ports. Oh, this other set of switches. I said, well, if I wait any longer, are you going to tell me that they're working as well? So we're chatting a little bit, and he said, oh wait, they haven't got their distribution link switches yet. He said in the diagram that they're awaiting delivery. I said, so we're okay then. Told you, if we waited long enough, you'd tell me everything was okay. Funny.
Yes. That's all you have to do, just wait.
Yeah.
If only it worked on all the stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I think on Monday I was talking about how I had to tape up Grace's knee. Maybe that was last week. Either way, there was a point where I had to talk about when I was talking about taping up Grace's knee because she was having some issues from gymnastics with overuse and stuff. And so, of course, I made the confident statement of that. That used to happen to me a lot, so I'm pretty good at the taping, but it doesn't happen to me anymore because my knees must be stronger or something. And then this week, I feel like I've been like right on the edge of my knee bothering me.
It's not that you.
All week long.
It's not that your knees are stronger. It's that all the bits around it hurt more than your knees now because you're getting old. So you don't notice them anymore.
Yeah, cycling knee was like, even like last December, when we did that TTT race. I remember that I was telling you that I'd do my best because I was a little concerned about my knee. Usually it's whenever I do a lot of climbing on the trainer. It all started with the Alp.
On Tuesday, after the spin class in the works gym, me and a guy that had been in the spin class were chatting in the locker room afterwards, and he just made a comment as if something around well, you've got age on your side, and I know he's younger than me. I said to him, so how old do you think I am? I said, oh, mid-40s. I said, well, thank you very much. I'm 53.
Yeah, I have to say, you definitely, your fitness and your looks do not say I'm in my 50s.
Well, I can definitely attribute my looks to the amount of beauty sleep that I get.
Yeah, I tend to get it a lot. So people are usually shocked
Here we go.
that I'm
Step
almost
it up.
40. Which used to bother me when I was younger, because, you know, nobody ever, if I was in a bar, everybody kind of look at me like, he's not supposed to be in here.
You're too old.
But, I don't know, at that point, I didn't look like I was old enough to drink a beer until like, what was I? I was right around 30 when I finally stopped getting like carded and really looked over.
Now, speaking of beer, Festival Food got
still
another
get
delivery of alcohol-free Guinness. So I got
Nice.
two 4-packs today.
I saw another one. There was a Strava challenge the other day of a non-alcoholic beer company. But
So,
the only problem with that is, I mean, Guinness, they know what they're doing.
so I was with track your expelled energy in pizza slices.
Yeah.
So there's a data field that I can add to my watch, which will track my energy expenditure in beers.
Nice. Oh yeah, I think that's the untapped one or something.
I don't know that it's that.
Something like. I remember seeing that one in the Garmin shop.
Yeah. I've never really played with the installable data fields before. I'd have to find one that I found useful.
Yeah, a lot of them are kind of just wastes of space.
Yeah.
Plus,
There's
I
one-
don't need.
There's one widget that I've installed. There's one widget I've installed.
Yeah.
And that's a Maidenhead locator. So in amateur radio, we use Maidenhead locators a lot. So now I can just hit a left button, swipe on the display, and I found my Maidenhead.
Yeah, if I had an app telling me how many beers I've burned off, then that would just encourage me and be like, "Oh, cool, all right,
Yeah, to drink that
do this
many
right,
beers.
I guess I'll have 2 beers."
No. I definitely had a Guinness after the race yesterday. Pizza and Guinness.
Oh, yeah.
Followed by pecan pie and what was my ice cream? Cow trap and caramel swirl ice cream.
Nice. Right now, I have the salted caramel in my freezer. That's good. It has like the little chunks of Rolo in it. Usually, I don't like chunks in my ice cream, but if they're little caramel bits with chocolate around them, I'll take it. It's fine.
You share your last Rolo. Was that an advertisement over here? That's what it used to be in the UK.
I think it was. Yeah, I remember Rolo was making a really good presence around here. Now you never see commercials for Rolo. I forget they exist until I bite on one of my ice cream.
Yeah, can you imagine that? A pretty good in ice cream. How about you, Ben?
You ever?
Would you share your last Rolo, Ben? You'd share it with Des or Dylan.
Have you ever had the Snickers ice cream bar?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, those are tough ones. Those are ones that one just never seems like enough. I don't usually go too hard on the sweets, but when I have one of those, I find myself over there almost eating the whole box. I started trying to cut sweets out of my diet right about the time I started paying for my own dental bills. I was like, you know what? Maybe I could do without this stuff.
Or double
As
saving then.
much as possible. So the EBS course today, I don't think I've done an ebb on that one.
Spruck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's quite an interesting one. That's on the last lap. I tell people to not sprint, but listen, because it's not far after the sprint that you've got the mini race.
Yeah.
It's right at the end of the lap.
Is it a flat finish or an uphill finish?
It's flat. You know the course of Innsbruck rings, right? You've got the sprint there,
Ah,
and straight
it's
after the
been a
sprint,
while
you
since I've done it.
straight after the sprint, you make a hard right turn, and the start is after that hard right.
All right.
GP Lama, hey there, Shane. Good morning to you. Thanks for the ride on.
Yeah.
Nathan for a little bit last night on the TTT. Ooh. 50 seconds and start coming back down again. That one wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
You see what happens to my watch, to my body battery after this ride. It's shot down after I swam yesterday. I only swam after half a mile.
That's pretty cool. I need a feature like that. I can usually feel it, but it's nice to have an actual data.
Yeah. And Rainmaker said that he rode until his body battery got to 0. He definitely knew it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's a good thing to kind of gauge. I don't know if it would make me change anything, but like last week when I did the 100K, it might have changed my approach to it. I might not have gone so hard in the beginning.
No, I don't think
Or
it
I
had cut any slack with Mrs. Lawton. You know, I can't really say, look, my body battery's almost at 0. I can't do that now. I need to rest.
I should really be on the couch.
I mean, I told her I was getting this watch, but she doesn't know I've got it.
That's a predicament.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
One day you can just somehow sneak it in,
Maybe.
or you could do the whole one day just start talking about the body battery, and then there'll never be the connection made. It'll just be like, oh, I don't know, it's one of his body battery things. I don't pay attention to that. And then one day you can bring it up. Be like, geez, this is really making. I really got to take a rest. My body battery is getting low.
I think out of any of the features that would get noticed, it'll be the flashlight on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I still haven't heard mention of my new helmet.
Either that or Garmin Pay. I set that up and I haven't used it yet. I'm waiting for it.
I bought a new helmet in
Bought
August,
one?
I think it was.
All you've got to do is go up the Alp a few times and you'll get one.
I was like, you know what? It's time. So I got one of those like laser lightweight ones. And I mean, it's a little more little more air runs through it, so that's nice, but not like a huge difference. But I got the color that I didn't necessarily want, but it was the one that the most matched the one that I had before. And I still haven't heard anything. The only thing I've heard was the other day Grace was like, "Your helmet looks really pretty," and I was like, "Oh, thanks." And then no mention after that.
Yeah. No, I need to figure out where I can. Hey there, Bonnie. Thanks for sharing the stream, my friend. Good morning to you. Appreciate your support yesterday as well on the TT. Thank you. Yeah, I need to figure out where find someone that wants to buy my Phoenix 5X now.
Yeah.
Brand new, one on my wrist for 2 days. That's all.
How much are you selling it for?
I don't know yet. It's going to be around the 200 mark.
I am in the market for a watch because I would
Yeah.
like to keep track of all those things.
So, yeah, I've been watching. I tagged a few on eBay, see what they went for. One went for just under 200, but that was used. I mean, this is as well, but by 2 days. You know, I received a replacement watch from Garmin on Monday. Yeah, yesterday, day before yesterday, Wednesday, I replaced it. And I still have the original box. Hey there, Christian.
Nice.
In fact, Thursday morning, so I have a vibrate alarm from my watch 410 to make sure I'm up and ready for the workouts. And Wednesday night, I'm still playing around with the watch, saying, you know, the last thing I do is make sure I put the alarm on. So 4:10, and my wrist starts buzzing. Followed 1 second later by the 5X in its box across the room. I had to get up and shut that one up.
Yeah.
That's being inside the box, buzzing away. And I normally have it on vibrate so it doesn't wake Yolanda up. It's being inside the box, buzzing away. It's being amplified by the box. You might as well have had an air raid siren.
Do those
Wake her up.
they connect well with iPhone?
Oh yeah, yeah. All your notifications on the watch.
Yeah, I think
So, I mean, there is that
I
gap
might be able to.
between.
I just
Sorry, go ahead.
got my my check. We get paid out with a check for going to Brewfest,
Yeah.
and that I just happen to have that, and that's just about enough.
Nice. Well.
Yeah.
If,
Might work out.
we can talk. So, yeah, there is that gap between smartwatches and activity monitors. You know, so smartwatches do a little bit of activity monitoring. You kind of do it okay. They've got a really poor battery life. And then there's the activity monitors like the Garmin devices that do awesome activity monitoring, pair with loads of sensors. You know, tell you what kind of swim stroke you're doing in the pool. You've been doing that for years. Count your laps, so you don't have to. All I can count to when I'm in the pool is 3. I'll just count after that. But they do a few smart things. So the feature that I've probably used the most linked to my phone is Find My Phone. Oh man.
Makes sense.
And it's only in the last week or so that I've realised that it has a signal strength meter, so it shows you how close you are to your phone.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I had a Fitbit for a while, and I did notice that all the notifications sometimes they'd be right on point
Mhm.
with my phone. Other times I'd get them, half an hour later.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get it at the end of the day for some reason. Heidi has an Apple Watch, and she has it like the one that connects to the cell network.
Mhm.
So there's sometimes she just leaves her phone at home accidentally, and then has to do everything on her watch. But
Yeah.
she has that option.
Ooh.
He's tired. Yeah, yesterday was perfect because I did that hard push to work.
Yeah.
And then didn't do any riding in the evening on the way back. So my legs felt pretty good. And I was on the Shea Lounge. The Shea Lounge.
There you go. I was gonna help you there.
And
Come on, remember the song. It's gonna be stuck in your head now.
And
on the
so
Shea Long, on the Shea Long, all day long.
I went and I had my legs up, and then I went and gave the little pound I give sometimes, just to kind of like, well, I'm not doing anything, might as well try to work these muscles a little bit. And whew, man, then I realized that my legs were extremely sore at that point. I don't know why my legs are so sore this week, but they still feel good. I think it's also, I used to take BCAAs, the branched chain amino acids, recovery powder stuff, and I stopped taking it because it's just expensive. And I read an article about that they don't really do anything, but I do notice the difference.
They just teach you your ABCs backwards. Oh well, not backwards, but so I'm helping a guy. He's trying to upload some new firmware to a switch, and it's failing for some reason. So we're trying to figure out why he can't connect to his TFTP server to pull the firmware down. And I don't know what he thought my capabilities were and my abilities were networking wise. I've been doing it for 22 years now, working with Cisco gear, so I kind of know how they work. And so he's sending me the commands, and it's all back to front. So I said, all right, well, just let me unyorder that.
Yeah, 22 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
You get to see all the different developments.
No, I got. We had our global town hall meeting for IT yesterday, and I got some recognition in there. I thought I might be the person at the top of the chain for year service, but I got beaten by 1 year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got 37 years in. Got beaten by 1 year. And the person that beat me by a year is a good friend down in LaGrange, Georgia. I know she's not watching, but shout out to you anyway, Donna.
Donna from Georgia.
Donna from Georgia. So the first time I went to that site, we were sat in the cafe at the end of the day, me and my team leader. Waitress came over, got my team leader's order, and she turned to me, pencil poised on paper, and I said, I'll have, I can't remember what it was. And she didn't write anything down, but she just immediately just turned to my team leader as if to say, could you translate, please? She didn't understand a word I said.
And you were thinking the same thing?
So, before I moved over here, so back in 2003, I came over, did a few days here in the valley, and then me and a couple of other guys went down to Knoxville to do a campus breakup project there. Turn each floor into a different VLAN, routing between them, and that was going to help me prepare for doing the same thing in our data center in the UK. Anyway, we got there, and the first day we looked around the building, tied it all up, figured out how we were going to attack this, and we all went out to a local restaurant for an evening meal. Huge table, must have been 20 of us sat around it, and she started pretty much opposite me, the waitress, and every person that she got to, she was describing what the specials were. And by the time she got to me, I'd been trying to listen to what she was saying all the way around the table, and I still had absolutely no clue what the specials were by the time she got to me. And on that trip, oh no, it was the LaGrange trip, I got to go to my first Waffle House.
Yeah.
And as we're parking up in the parking lot, my team leader says to me, he puts a $5 bill on the dashboard. He says, $5 says our waitress has at least one tooth missing. I'm thinking, how could you possibly know that? So I put a $5 bill on top of it. Let's just say, yeah, she must have forgotten her dentures that morning.
Yeah, Waffle House. That's an interesting place. You definitely feel like you're kind of
ramp number 2, step it up a bit.
Turning back. You're turning the back of the clock a little bit when you go there. Any of the ones I went to in Florida, I felt like I had to be ready to defend myself from knife attack at any moment. Those ones, they were interesting Waffle Houses. One of those places you walk into and everybody turns around and looks at you.
Yeah.
And then they go back to what they were doing.
We're going the wrong way here. Yeah, I mean, the race yesterday wasn't easy, but it's definitely the best I felt in the TCT this year.
Was it because you didn't have to look at your heart rate the whole time?
That was probably part of it.
Yeah, there'll be times when I'm feeling good, and I look at my heart rate and I go, oh, well, that's higher than I'd like. And then I start feeling not as good. Then there's the times like Wednesday where I feel like my heart rate's really high and I look and it's not high at all.
Yeah, I forgot. I looked up just after we set off and saw the 2 dashes next to my heart rate. It's right there, it's plugged in the front of my computer charging. And then I'm thinking, well, my watch can broadcast heart rate, but of course I would have had to have gone into the pairing screen, which would have brought me to a dead stop. So
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, only 10 minutes left of my workout, and then I have to ride these hills.
Yeah. 5 minutes left of the workout. Then we've got the ebb.
Man, I think I need to go pick up some new lube. I got this chain lube that works really well. It's the wolf tooth stuff, and
Arr.
had it for a while, but I ended up every time I'd go in to get some, the applicator was right there, and it had been offered to me a couple times, and I was like, I don't need that. It'll be fine. Then last time I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get that applicator. Let's see what this is all about. And I think it came with a cap, but I lost that somewhere on my ride home. And so now I've just had the applicator on it. And I put it on both of my chains the other day. And yesterday I noticed my Amando the chain started to have a slight squeak to it towards the end of my ride. And this one's doing the same thing. So now I'm wondering if maybe something evaporated in it because of the applicator.
They installed canaries.
Now I might need to go buy a new bottle and not put the applicator on.
Well, the other morning, we've got this group chat going on with all the neighbourhood, and one person sent a message saying, "Skunk in the area. Watch your dogs."
Oh, yeah.
God, hi there, Chef. Thanks for liking the stream. Good morning to you. So I've had this trap out in the backyard, and I've got chicken wire underneath the deck to keep wildlife from going under the deck. Well, somehow something's made a hole in it, so I put this live trap on the exit / entrance right at this hole. And so far I've had 1 groundhog and 2 rabbits. I've not put any food or anything in the trap. It's just if they're trying to exit out of this hole, then they have to go through the trap. So that's what I've thought. Well, when they said the message about the skunk, I said, "Oh, I hope it's not in my trap," and I explained what I've been doing. But, maybe I should save washing my cycling clothes until after I've checked the trap. I did not have a skunk in the trap.
Nice.
I think if I had a skunk in the trap, I'd have been going out there with the BB gun at a safe distance. I'd have either annoyed the thing or made it safe.
Yeah, last year the dog went after. It looked like it was a pretty young skunk, but he kept trying to go after it in the little shelter that I keep my snowblower in. And I mean, at first I see the dog barking and trying to make his way past the snowblower. Luckily, I got on it fast. But so the dog didn't get sprayed, but the skunk still let a good spray go inside of that thing.
Yeah.
And man, it stunk outside of my house for a while, a couple days at least. I washed it all down, but it still was there. So yeah, so I had told you about how when I'm listening to Apple Music, or not Apple Music, YouTube Music, that it thinks I'm in Wisconsin for some reason.
Yeah.
And so yesterday I was listening to some of the ads that were popping up. Of course, they're all political ads right now. And
I wonder why.
supposedly Mandela Barnes hasn't been paying his taxes, but he is also apparently has an obsession with peanut butter, I guess. They didn't really go into details or any reference to why peanut butter, but with me not living locally, it leaves me very confused.
Yeah, I don't know.
The funny part though is like listening to them back to back like that, because sometimes it'll play like 2 ads in a row, and first one's talking about Mandela Barnes not paying taxes and all this stuff and peanut butter, and then the second one, well, and then it'll say paid for by the other candidate. Can't remember his name for some reason. But then the next ad after that, we'll talk about how he's what do they call it, an extremist and all kinds of stuff. I was like, wow, doesn't sound like any of these candidates are good. Sounds like they're all bad. when they're not talking bad about each other, then they're yeah, well, that's about it. Yeah, all they do is talk bad about each other. I haven't heard anything good about them yet. So I will be voting for nobody running in Wisconsin. I make that statement now. I'll probably just vote for someone in Maine. But even that one seems iffy.
Now, someone took a KOM off me yesterday. He titled his ride, or he put something on his ride to say that he decided to give that a go. So, I mean, it's stuck since 2018. That's when I set that one, so it's been up there a while. So I commented on his ride, and I just said, "Congrats on the KOM. That one stood for a while. I had COVID at Christmas, and it's ruined my lungs, so I won't be trying to reclaim it anytime soon. Awesome ride. Kudos, my friend." So he took it the way that it was meant. But appreciate that. Go for it, brother. That's a 30-mile-an-hour segment at the whole day. Hope you get back soon. Yes, brother. That's what Strava segments are about. That friendly banter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love it whenever you see someone who has the crown. Then, yeah, it's always great to like look at all the comments after.
Yes.
There's always someone who makes a comment. Usually. Yeah, yesterday on my ride, I wasn't going for any Strava segments, just going for generally as fast as I could the whole way. And well, I was trying to go for tempo the whole way. And but yeah, I ended up coming in, I think it was 5th on one of the segments. But then of course I look at the 4 ahead of me, and I knew all the guys, and of course they all set their records on the same exact day at the same time. And I was like, okay. That's the thing with like a lot of these Strava segments around here. It's like you have to go real far out to try to find a Strava segment where it hasn't been a group ride that took the lead. And all the guys who took it are all pretty fast guys. So once you get them all together,
Still got plenty KOMs. Ones that I've got. You have to go pretty hard to take them off me.
some of them are impossible. And like, how are you gonna when you go against a group that's riding a line like that, and they're pushing hard? There's just no way you could do that by yourself, unless if it was like perfect conditions with, a heavy wind at your back.
I've got one that I need to recover. I'd have to average 32 miles an hour on an overpass.
That's moving.
Yes. I mean, there's no questioning that, well, before Christmas I was a lot stronger than when I set that KOM. And then had it taken off me about a couple of years ago now. And it was around this time of year as well. Good time of year to be segment hunting, you know, a bit cooler.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's the thing too, is like, I'm bad at segments just because I don't do a good job at taking it easy in between and knowing exactly where they are.
yeah, you've definitely got to research them, figure out exactly where they start and stuff.
Yeah. And then really like, so you can put everything into it and essentially sprint.
Build
That's
up on
probably
your
the
way
only-
into it, carry speed in.
But I've also been on a couple of these group ride Strava segment hunting ventures. And after I always used to try to get the segments until I went on one of those. And then I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm doing it.
Yeah, you need to look at them after. And if you're still accelerating going into it, you're not doing it right.
Yeah. Yeah, because some of them, it's like, you know, they start out in the group ride, they start out already going at a pretty good speed without using much power since they're drafting. And then after that, once the lead starts taking off, all of a sudden now it's like a big race to see who can take the lead over that guy. And yeah, it's just like, there's no way I could do a lot of these segments by myself and still be faster than that. And then even then, like some of the Strava segments that I went for in group rides where we were all working together, then it's like you still don't even end up in first because another group ride did it even faster. They had the perfect conditions, would win behind them or something. But whenever I do a long ride, I always end up getting some segments. I have a few that are way out in the middle of nowhere. I got one this summer where I was just barely hanging on at the end of my ride. It was extremely hot, lots of hills, middle of the day, and still got first place. I mean, I was pushing pretty good because I wanted to be done with it, but closer to Bangor, that wouldn't have cut it.
We're going the wrong way over there.
Yeah, they are. They're definitely going the wrong way. Of course, we're riding on the wrong side of the road for some reason.
We're not.
For some reason, my eyes are sweating more than anything else. Got sweaty eyes.
Well, that's called crying.
Now they're just sweating.
Squish. Squish, squish.
Dad, are you crying? No, my eyes are sweaty. Because I've been watching this movie for such a long time.
So Faith called last night. I'm talking to Yolanda. I walked up to them both. They're in mid-conversation. I just yelled, "One more sleep!" God, I baked cookies last night. So My
So
plan
is
is
she the type that
my
is she the
plan
type
is
that
that.
is excited about that, or is she now nervous that you're coming?
Oh no, she's excited. She's missing us just as much as we're missing her. Although she's got plenty to be keeping her occupied.
Wasn't
Yeah.
any dad, there'll be none of that while you're here.
Oh, I said to her in a text message yesterday. I said, "But tell me if I squeeze too hard when I hug you. I don't want your head to pop."
Nice.
Well, yeah. So I baked cookies last night, and what I'd really like to do is just go for a dad and daughter walk, find somewhere nice to sit down, and just have a chat and watch cookies.
Nice. That'll be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think camera battery.
Yeah, I'm hoping one of these days. I was talking about it with Heidi when we were down in Boston. There was one time back when Grace was little, where we Heidi was flying out to Wisconsin, and so we dropped her off at the airport, and then took a train into the city and went to the aquarium and walked around the north end and did all that stuff, and had a great time. It was awesome. So I was talking about down there, like I want to do that sometime, like take the train out of Portland and then ride that in and then just hang out, stay the night. That'd be cool.
It's the same group.
There'll probably be less aquarium visiting this time though. Be more about going to places to look for things to buy.
I need to apologise for crashing the passing gear.
Those group workouts are so slow. Got people
Oh, we're
over there
almost
pushing
done.
big walk.
2.5 minutes. And we can show the horse.
I wonder what Gerrie's having for breakfast.
Yeah, we should play a game. What's Gerrie having for breakfast today? What's Gerrie having for breakfast? You have to get Simon to make a jingle for us.
There should be confetti.
Oh,
Kinds
I
of
wouldn't
stuff.
want confetti for breakfast.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, it's plenty of fibre, but already had a cookie and a banana this morning. Is that right on, Charlie? I hope that means we'll be on the Friday ebb.
Means I'm getting second place.
It's alright, dead ahead. 1 minute to go.
All Charlie had to do was give me a ride on, and all of a sudden he's in my head now. You dead? Oh, gee. Can't have anything nice in this house. We have those toaster strudels. They've been in there for a while, and I've actually been quite surprised that they weren't all gone yet. And then Heidi just pulled one out, and she She let me know that Grace ate all the frosting. Who needs the toaster strudel when there's little packets of frosting in it?
Oh, yeah, we done. Ooh. Look at those stars.
Yeah, I didn't have time to go and make a free ride workout with a bunch of different stars. I still just did the one.
I'll make a workout that's 100 watts, start to finish.
Yes.
You know, with intervals 1 minute long.
For 1 hour. That should do it.
Give me XP.
Yeah, I want to hurry up and not be able to level up anymore. Almost halfway through 48. Yeah, still had a little food left in there. He's just being an extra obnoxious cat today.
Not quite 1/3 of the way in at 52 here, but this workout should get me there. Yeah, but take me past that. Just enough time to fill bottles up in between. Not going to get 40 kilometers in.
Uh-oh. You can do it in the air fryer.
What? 40k?
Toaster just died. Last night, Grace was toasting something and she was saying that the toaster was making funny noises. And I was tired. I didn't feel like... I was like, well, just make sure you stay there. Let me know if anything catches on fire.
It's not Toki, is it? Toki the toaster? Toki. Toasting's a game. Toki's the name and toasting's the game. There we go. Toki the toaster. Would you like a bagel?
Now it seems that maybe it's died all the way.
I wouldn't get that if he was here. You'd know where that boat came from. It's got a red dwarf.
Nobody uses toasters anymore. Everybody uses air fryers.
I should watch
Actually,
Red
a
Dwarf.
toaster's better.
Yeah. Got them all.
Toaster probably uses less energy.
Mr. Flibble is very angry.
The guy running down the sidewalk with what looked like a briefcase. I think he was late for work.
Time to get a bike.
Ah, there's a lot of workout groups today on this.
Yeah. Front of this group was at 4.5 watts a kilo, and the back's at like half a watt a kilo. Alright folks, well thank you very much for joining us this morning. Ben, catching a little bit if you're up for watching us on the ebb. We'll be back in about 10 minutes time. With that, stick around. I'll stream down now while we I guess they've just finished their ride as well. We'll probably steam down and give it 10 minutes to cool down while we get ready for the episode. We'll talk to you all again soon. There's my mouse pointer. There it is. I need a big flashy mouse pointer so I don't lose it.